Hey, Caitlin.
Oh, hi.
So we
Ha
are back.
Happy spring? Is it spring yet? I don't
I
know.
mean, I feel like that's a little early.
Is it
It
pushing it?
was,
It's fucking
it's
gloomy
like
here
40,
today.
well, it's 50 right now, but it is gloomy
Yeah,
outside. It's gross. It'll probably be 80 in 2 days. I think we're supposed to get our second shot at spring on Saturday or Sunday. I
I
don't
think
know.
this is third spring. I think it's
Something
third.
like that. Um,
I don't know. It's hard to
so
keep up.
yeah, I mean, maybe Grok could tell us if we jumped on the Twitter. Um, because we're talking about it's Twitter's AI or X's AI is called Grok.
Oh, I won't be
Um,
doing that.
it's fun because he kind of roasts Elon a lot.
Mm.
It's hilarious. So, but we are talking AI this week, but we're not talking about like asking it about the weather or dealing with it on social media. We're going to talk about how it can help you with your email marketing
Okay.
strategies.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. I love it.
it's going to be good.
What are we
And
drinking
then
this week?
we are drinking a Pinky Gonzales, which gives me like, oh, now I've lost it completely. The why can I not think of it? The like the Pinky Tuscadero thing, like
I don't know what that is.
the Fonzie and all those.
Oh,
Why am I like blanking
Greece.
on
You're
this?
thinking of
No, not
Greece.
Greece. Well, there's Greece, but there's also the
Or Happy Days?
Happy Days. Yes, I kept wanting to
Okay.
say All in the Family, and I'm like, that's not right. That's a completely different show.
It's
The
a
whole Happy Days thing, and they
Yeah,
had
okay.
the Pink Ladies, I guess. I don't know, or whatever
No,
they
the
were
Pink
called. With
Ladies
the
is Greece.
oh, is it? What was
Yeah.
it in? I don't know.
I
Anyway, Pinky
I
Gonzalez takes me to retro throwback biker chick. How about that?
got it. Okay. With like a poodle skirt and a leather jacket.
Yep.
Yeah, I
So
don't think I've graduated from that fashion era, to be quite
that's
honest.
fine.
Because
That's perfectly fine.
I like a flare skirt and a sassy top. And I did a lot of dances in the basement to the Grease soundtrack growing up. Like
Nice.
attempted a lot of choreography, me and the neighbor girl. So
And you're probably without this drink because one, this drink was just recently invented, it looks like, by somebody you know. Tell us
oh,
about it.
this wasn't. Well, it's the recipe background comes from my in-home bartender Tyrell, but the
Okay.
recipe itself was not
Oh, I see.
created by Tyrell. We haven't quite stepped our cocktail game up to that yet, where we're
All right, we'll
making
get
our
on
own
it.
specs, but sure, in our free time. Oh my gosh. So, this note is from my husband. It's spring. We're moving from darker, more potent spirits like bourbon, scotch, and dark rums into lighter spirits like gin and tequila.
Hmm.
And this cocktail takes inspiration from a classic Mai Tai, swapping out the dark rum for tequila. And it balances, it's rich and balanced like a Mai Tai is, but it's a little bit brighter and more refreshing. And it's quite delicious. I remember the first time he made this for me, I was like, "Nah, I don't know about that." And then I tasted it and I said, I know about that and I will take another. It's so good. So to make a Pinky Gonzales, you need an ounce of lime juice, freshly squeezed, half an ounce of dry curacao or Cointreau, a heavy half ounce of orgeat. So I'm thinking like just over half an ounce
It's like that
if
where
you
you
want to get
let it.
weird. Yeah,
I always do
yeah.
it where I
Just
just let it spill over a little bit and then I dump it.
measure with your heart.
Yeah, and again, what's orgeat? Spelled
Orgeat
Orgeat.
is yeah. Orgeat is an almond flavored or almond like infused syrup, but not really syrup. It's like a very thick,
It's kind of
like
creamy-ish, right? Like
yeah, it's
you
like
gotta. I
almond.
know you have to shake it when you're gonna
Yes, yeah,
make it
it's like
settle. It
it's like
separates.
almond paste that you'd get in like a Dutch letter for those of us
Oh,
who are
okay.
Northwest Iowans. Yes, um, you want 3/4 of an ounce of Demerara syrup, which is just simple syrup, but you can make it with Demerara sugar. It gives you a little bit of a deeper flavor profile. 2 ounces of tequila, and a note from the author here: the garnish is a big clump of mint. That's what he
Oh,
says.
so like grab
And
it and shove it in there.
just like really. But what you need to do, and this surprises some folks, to get the mint like infusion and on the nose, if you clap it. So you take your big clump, you like
Uh-huh.
whatever garnish you have, and you just do a little clap in your hands, and then yeah, it's so good.
Do a little
And
clap, make a little noise, get down tonight. Maybe
sure,
that's not quite right.
that's not
No,
the
I've
song.
seen
I
like
don't
I
think
was in a
anyone else
bar
would
where
do
they
a clap.
clapped the mint, and I was like, I think it might have been when I was like on an island somewhere. We'll just keep it mysterious as to what island it might have been. But anyway, like, and you just like look at them like, what the hell are you doing? And they're like, no, like you literally like clapping mint is a thing. Like,
Yeah. Well, and it's I mean it's akin to a muddle. So, you know, like you want to just activate and release some of those flavors.
the
Anyway,
oils and
add all of the ingredients aside from your garnish into a shaker with ice and shake until well chilled. You strain that over fresh ice into a rocks glass and then garnish with your clapped mint.
I'm going
know,
to a
it's
bad
weird.
place with that, so we're probably just going to have to just enjoy this drink. So it looks
Yes.
really interesting. So I'm curious because it's not looking at these ingredients. It's not pink, right? So why is it a pinky
No,
Gonzales?
I feel like it was named for somebody, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
It also takes me
let's
to a
see.
Speedy Gonzales place from the old
Yes.
cartoons.
Yeah, let me
So
see.
I think if you had enough of these, you'd probably be a slow Gonzales. I don't think you'd be speedy. Too much tequila generally makes people like,
Trader Vic's, which is like one of the original
oh, okay.
tiki bars.
Tiki bars, yep.
Yes,
We've talked about
yeah.
Trader Vic's before.
Um,
Not to be confused with Trader Joe's. Very different
but
places.
yeah, right. I don't know why it's called.
Called a pinky? All right, well,
Yeah,
we can look that
yeah,
up and put it in the
yep.
notes.
There you go.
And yeah, so let's call it a wrap on the intro. We'll take a quick dance
Yes.
break, do a little jam, and then maybe clap some mint, and we'll come back with email
Sounds
marketing in
great.
the AI era. I know, it sounds so dirty.
We're back.
All right, we are
We
back.
still haven't figured out why it's called a Pinky Gonzales. So
No,
if
but we
anyone can find the name origin and drop us a note, we'd be eternally grateful.
Yeah, and we did a bunch of Googling, but it's just like, here's the recipe. Like, and there's one that's like,
There's
let's
like a
compare
lot
our
of-
Pinky Gonzales recipes. And I'm like, let's not. Let's just go with the original Trader Vic's recipe. That sounds good to me. All right. So we're going to talk about AI and email marketing. That's our topic for the day.
Yes.
So I know some people are like freaked out about AI. They're a little nervous about it. We've talked about this
Still?
before.
Still?
I mean, you got over it pretty fast, but not everybody had like the dulcet tones of Dharmesh explaining to them why AI is a good thing.
Yeah, I think for those uninitiated inbounders, Dharmesh Shah, who's the CTO of
Yeah, one of the founders.
founder and CTO of HubSpot, or yeah, I don't know what his official title is, but he's bullish on AI and agentified AI, agentified. I think I still have reservations around generative AI and
just letting it
intellectual
loose.
property. Yes.
100%.
But in terms of like, I don't know,
Using it as a tool, you're pretty good with
processing
that.
and like increasing your own personal processing speed, like for me it's can you write this in the tone that I would use based on, you know, these kind of 4 factors, and what is going to resonate with ABC audience, those types of things, then I think it's just like faster Google in those instances,
Yeah, kind
right?
of. Yeah, so I mean, there's
Yeah.
really 3 big ways to use it for email, and we're not saying like have an AI agent just write all your emails and send them without you ever looking at them. That is not our recommendation.
No.
But you can save a lot of time. You can automate workflows in HubSpot in particular with AI. You can
Yes.
tell it what you want to do, like send the first email, resend to anyone who didn't open, 3 times, whatever you want to do, like all that
Yeah.
stuff. You can also optimize your send times. So AI does a pretty decent job at trying to predict when people are going to open their emails. So, one,
Interesting.
it can
Okay.
predict based on algorithms, but two, I know HubSpot, as people open emails and things, and the more emails that you send, it learns, and it's like, oh, we should send this to this person in the afternoon because they've opened 10 of your last 11 emails after 3 p.m., that kind of thing. And apparently that's called Seventh Sense with HubSpot. I didn't realize that,
That
so that's a
creeps
new
me
one
out.
for me. A little bit.
I don't like it. Seventh sense?
Seventh sense.
What's the,
like
I know
your,
what's the sixth one. I know that.
yeah, well,
that
your
like the-
sixth sense is your, yeah, that thing.
Yeah. But then
Um,
seven
they had to
feels
name it
like too
something.
many. I guess. That's
I
fine.
think so. I mean, I thought five senses was just like, it's a lot to manage as a human.
I'm
so.
already overstimulated. I don't
Right?
need 2 extra senses.
Right, that's why we have noise-canceling headphones. Like, people just put headphones on to just shut up.
Please,
it can also-
make it stop.
Improve your performance. So you
Okay,
can use AI
okay.
to analyze your emails, which is great, but you can also use it to help you understand what kind of content you should be pulling together. So I think one of the big ways you can use it is planning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love being, and I've done this in HubSpot. I've just done it with HubSpot's Copilot, not even with any of the content tools, just Copilot that everybody has. And I've just said,
Yes.
create a series of 5 emails introducing our customer base to XYZ, or introducing the things on this web page, and you just paste a web page with one of your services or products on it.
Yeah.
And it actually did a phenomenal job of giving me sort of, not only it gave me the topic, the subject line, a short intro, but it also stepped them up. So the first one was like a true intro. You don't know anything about this. I'm introducing it to you for the first time.
Oh,
and by the time
okay.
you got to the 5th one, it was digging into like reasons you should buy this now. It was putting in a meeting link to contact me. Like just
Wow.
the things it said to do through the series.
Yeah.
So if I was like running a solo consultancy, I'd use the crap out of that. Like, why
Yeah.
not? But I also think that the other thing, and I know HubSpot does this as well, is it can give you 2 topics for your email, or 2 subject lines for your email that you can try. It can help you with an outline for the email. So once you've got your 5 topics, you can say create an outline. You can have it create the emails as well. Definitely recommend reading through them and looking at them.
Yeah, let's not send anything blind. That's maybe
I mean, and it's only as good as
bad
what you put into
practice.
it, right?
right.
And I think that's one of the things I love about HubSpot's Content Hub is you can put your brand voice in, and
At the
like,
pro
actually,
level, you can.
At the pro level, yes. You can have it scan your website, other documents, and it'll kind of choose your voice, and you can tweak it. You can also put in different target customers, though. And so you can then tell it, like, I want this for this target customer A, and then I want the same email, but rewrite it for target customer B.
Yep.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah.
So those are really great ways to use it.
I use, like I said at the beginning, I use AI primarily for things that I can do, but I can't do as quickly. And I think when you talk about planning, that's a perfect example of like just synthesize this more quickly than what my tiny human brain can do, and then help me get from A to B faster. I on the subject of brand voice, so like Canva allows you at a lower price point to input a brand voice, and I've used that for some things to draft copy in there. I've also just used like ChatGPT, where I don't always like to toolify things necessarily, where I'm like, I can use the $20 GPT subscription a month to do all of these things and rely heavily on copy and paste. But I also really like the built-in HubSpot AI tools. Like I've leaned pretty heavily on those just in starter platforms too. Like because like if you get through an email, right? You've written your email and you're like, I just want to send this. And then it's like, what is your subject line? I'm like, I can't be bothered to put more brain power into this. Click the little Copilot star. It'll give you 2 or 3 options to choose from. If you don't like any of those, you can say, send me some more. It's just, it's like a relief to get to that point. You're like, thank God I don't have to think of any more words.
Well, and same thing with the preview text, right? It's like, I've written this whole damn email. Like, you tell me what the preview text should be. Tell me what
it is. Yes.
Yeah, I do like that. And like, to your point, some of those tools are available in like even the starter version. Like Copilot's in the starter version. I think it's in the free version even. So you can do some of that stuff with that, which is really great.
Yeah.
All right, so we've talked about a couple of ways we can use it. So there are AI tools. You talked about HubSpot's AI, which is Breeze AI. Copilot is their tool that's in there for everybody, but Breeze has agents and other things.
Yeah.
There's another one called Phrasey as well with 2 E's. And that one will give you subject lines, but it'll an email copy specifically geared to boost open rates. So if you're struggling with open rates, that's a great tool to go to, and it'll start to help teach you how to like get better open rates with those.
Well, and that's the other thing too, right? Is like maybe use some of these tools to get started or to learn or figure out what's converting and what's not, and then you can apply those lessons to things down the road too. So maybe, you know, you pay for a couple months and then start to do it on your own. It doesn't have to be a permanent solution.
Yeah, 100%. So those are really great. I mean, HubSpot's is kind of an all-around. Phrasey is very specific on open rates, which is really great. But you can also use AI to analyze. Like I'm 99% sure in HubSpot, you can just go to Copilot and say, analyze the last 10 marketing emails I sent, and then give me tips to increase click-through rates or whatever.
Well, and it'll even say, like, in your sales emails in HubSpot or sometimes in your marketing emails too, it'll be like, you know, we recommend a couple of questions, or here's what helps convert. So some of those things, like if you've got the AI tools enabled, will pop up and kind of just prompt you on its own, which is sometimes nice, and sometimes like, I know what I'm doing and I don't need your help right now.
I know. I do that with like the demos where they want to walk you through a new feature. I'm like, exit, and are you sure you want to exit this handy? And I'm like, yes, I want to exit.
I'm the tour. I have the tour.
I am fine. I know what I'm doing. So I know we kind of bag on MailChimp a little bit, but they've got a pretty good AI that helps you analyze your subscriber behavior and segment people for messaging.
Interesting.
Which is a really, really interesting kind of way to go. And then
it's
Get
tough
Response
for me
also can do that
because their
as well.
segmentation is frustrating to migrate from.
I know.
So I'm like, I don't want you to tell me about subscriber behavior because it doesn't make any sense to begin with. You got to put them in all these little buckets. And...
Yeah, their terminology and their structure of that is just like, you're like, this is just overcomplicated. I do get it.
Yeah.
So when it gets to A/B testing and optimization, HubSpot has some native tools. There's also Seventh Sense, which works with HubSpot. It also works with Marketo, just FYI. But that one will really help you figure out your send time for better engagement, which also will help your open rates, right? If you're sending stuff out at 2 a.m. and nobody's there, how many emails do I have when I wake up that I've got to go through? I will tell you, I delete dozens of emails at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Who's sending emails at 2 a.m.? Are they trying to be like first in your inbox?
Yep. Yeah.
What is
people,
the point?
I had a client once who wanted every email to go out at 5:16 a.m. And I'm like, why? She's like, we have to be in the inbox when they wake up. I'm like, but there's going to be so many people who get in the inbox after you. Like, you're going to get deleted. Like, maybe not. Anyway, you don't have to guess. You don't have to go off of somebody's opinion. You can actually use AI to figure out when you should send that bad boy.
Yeah.
And then Optimail, which is an interesting one. I don't know this one, but it will adjust your content based on real-time engagement data. So
Whoa.
Yeah, that's some next level shit,
me out.
Catelin.
I don't know. That creeps me out. What is it? What is it adjusting? Like how the robots are just like actually talk? I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the idea behind it, though, like
No.
to pull back from the creep factor, is to get you like the most relevant info for wherever you're at in your engagement journey or your path. So I think
But is
that's
it like
one.
update? Like how? Is it so? Like I send an email to 5
Magic.
people and 2 people open it and say I clicked on these things. Then is it? I don't know. I'm going to a weird dark science robot place. I don't like that.
Oh, that's okay. You're all right.
You're
Everything
all right.
is
I have.
fine.
Does everyone else here thank their smart speakers when they tell you the weather or tell you to like set a timer or?
No,
It's like, oh, okay, thank you. Try really hard to be polite to my.
I'm struggling with the new you can't opt out of having everything sent to the cloud. So
Yeah.
that's an Amazon thing. I haven't shut them all off yet, but I'm using them less, and I have muted several of them. Because I'm like, I don't want, because one, they're going to always listen, and everything will go to Amazon servers for processing now.
Yeah.
Apple still
We don't-
processes on device, though, unless it's a translation. So there's that.
Okay. We don't have Amazon devices, but there would absolutely be a riot in the 5 and under set in my house if we turned off the ability to say, hey,
Geo or
smart
GLE.
speaker, yep, play Electric Touch by Taylor
Oh.
Swift.
Yeah,
Because
because that's a daily occurrence or multiple times a day in your house.
It sure is. It
All
sure
right,
is.
well,
and she's also my 4.5-year-old has figured out how to turn the microphone back on. So like we had all of the speakers mics turned off, and she was like, "What does this button on the back do?" And then it tells you, it announces, it's like the mic's back on, and she's like, "Oh yes, it's time to do a little dance to Electric Touch every day."
That's fantastic.
This is the year that she fucks up my Spotify Wrapped.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Because that's like I've listened to that song probably as many days as there have been in this year already.
Yeah, you'll
At
probably have
least.
a mental health break recommendation in your Spotify Wrapped that maybe you should take a little break from this. All right, well, back to AI. I do think that the planning aspect is huge. I love your point of like, I'm just too tired to write a subject line. Give me 3 subject lines.
Yeah.
Also, like, and this isn't for email, I guess, but it can kind of relate back for relevance. But for your landing pages for SEO, it's really good at like giving you topics that might be better. And those topics that might be better for a landing page, guess what? Also better for an email.
Yeah.
So things that people want to look up on the web, they want to read about in their inbox as well.
Yeah.
Um,
I was just thinking about
but I
like
think-
keyword planning. If you could say like, oh, give me,
huge.
you know. Yeah.
100%.
Right.
I think that you hit the nail on the head earlier, though, where it's like, don't just let it loose. Like, this isn't a computer running amok. Like, we don't want that.
Amok. You have to
I
say it.
had that in my head, too.
Okay.
I was resisting saying it. Amok, 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 amok. You got to balance the human side with the AI piece, because humans can be creative. AI can be systematic and logical.
Yeah.
So definitely take a look at everything, read it, update it, tweak it.
Always
But
review
the
and
more
tweak, yeah.
you do, the more it learns. So that's really great. I did. So this is super creepy. So there's somebody, I was reading about it on, I don't know, LinkedIn or wherever, but it's some business guy who and I think this is kind of what Dharmesh did. He opened up his calendar, his email. This guy uploaded books that he had written on specific topics, speeches he'd given, like basically he just feeds all of this data to an AI agent to create
His
an
own,
agent that
like,
is
okay,
as
okay.
much like him as possible. And then he had it start responding to emails. And he said it was eerie, how I was like, yeah, I would type that. And I'm like, if I did that, I would just have a whole bunch of people being told to F off. Like, that's what my AI agent would do. It would just be like, F you.
Well, I don't think that's in your speech. Like, you probably aren't giving speeches to that effect or writing books to that effect.
No.
So, like,
I mean, it would swear. I do swear in speeches that I've given sometimes. But yeah, I mean, but giving it access to your email, like multiple email boxes, multiple calendars, like I was like, oof, that is a lot.
That's interesting. And that's where I find AI to be interesting, when you can have it in a closed system and only train it on data that you're
providing.
Authorized to use, like your own intellectual property. I find that to be very intriguing, but just like
over that
feeding it
piece.
into the yeah, and I think that's where a lot of, especially like enterprise level businesses are headed, where they've got internal people who do, all of their AI like training and calibration, if you will. That
reminds me.
That makes me like less nervous, but
yeah, that reminds me. Zach is still up for the next round of AI prompting courses.
Cool.
So I know he's been doing some on his own. But yeah, it's what you put into it. And I think the idea of having that closed or semi-private garden that you're putting things into to really try to train it and teach it the way you want it to be is great, versus just, putting it out there on the web and letting it learn from everything, which has ethics issues, but it also is like, there's some things I don't want an AI about me to learn about. Like, I just don't need it. Like,
is this the year that I finally sign up for Delete Me? It might be. Please scrub my presence from the internet.
Maybe. Well, I wonder how many people are going to bail on X now that
because of
AIX bought X.
Oh, I know. Isn't that
Elon's AI company bought Twitter, which is now X, of course. But I mean, all that's going to happen is more and more of that's going to get fed into that AI engine, which should be interesting.
Least good investment.
Yeah, I've archived everything. I haven't deleted my profile yet, though, but maybe it might be time.
It's got some sentimental value for you, doesn't it?
Well, I mean, I've been on there since 2007. Like,
yeah,
that's a long time. I mean, Zach wasn't even born yet. No, he was. He was born before 2000.
It's like
98 or 99 or 97 or something.
Kindergarten? Were you in kindergarten in 2007? That's fine. That feels nice.
Probably second grade, maybe. Anyway, AI is not
the
super
main
scary.
Point is
Go ahead.
just AI responsibly. Always AI responsibly. That's it.
All right, we do
like
have
a Bud Light.
another episode. Like
We
what?
do.
Like a Bud Light?
Like a
Is that
Bud
what you
Light.
said?
Drink responsibly.
Oh yeah.
Or don't drink Bud Light at all, because blech. But
Well, I mean, whatever. Everybody likes something different. We do have another episode coming up, which is an interesting one. If you are thinking like, hey, I'm managing all my shit on a spreadsheet or in my email, and you're like, I really could use a CRM, we're going to talk about HubSpot's free tools and everything that you get with those, and then the things you don't, and then kind of a light upgrade. So it's going to be free versus paid HubSpot. Dun, dun, dun. When do you actually need an upgrade?
when?
So that will be an exciting episode.
Can't wait.
I hope.
All right. As always, you can find our agency at Antidote_71. If you have a question you'd like to send our way, you can either go to ctapodcast.live or you can leave us a voice message on our hotline at 402-718-9971. Your question will make it into a future episode, and you will have our eternal gratitude.
Right?
Not even
Somebody
computer
just
generated.
needs to
Just
call.
like
I'm going to start paying
human,
people to call.
yeah.
I'm going to create my AI agent, and my AI agent's going to call into our hotline with questions. That's what's going to happen.
That seems a little bit like meta, to be like, my agent called in to ask me a question for which it should have already known the answer based on the data that it was trained upon. I don't know.
True.
Yeah.
True. Well, we'll see.
Watch this space, guys.
All right. More to come. See you later, Caitlin.
Bye.